this matter, bring another matter that's breaking at the bottom of your screens to light first up as we get into what happened earlier in the day in Parliament with the Speaker elections, and also Speaker Om Birla reminding the opposition who were talking about the freedom to speak, to stand up and say, and then they reminded, don't forget, the party that's leading the opposition or the India Alliance today and whose MP is also now the leader of the opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. That same party, the Congress party, was the one which on the 25th of June 1976 ratified perhaps what many call the murder of democracy when it imposed, the then Prime Minister imposed emergency and put democracy in jail, curtailing freedom of expression, curtailing the rights of the media, and wanting and pushing for a committed judiciary and a committed bureaucracy. Now, first up on Sam Pitroda. From hua to hua to taxes for the middle class, plus a lot of the utterances which caused a huge amount of embarrassment for the Congress party, and they suspended Mr. Sam Pitroda as chairman of the Indian Overseas Congress. Now very clearly with BJP CR Keshavan posting this on platform X, this letter which actually says that the Congress party and the Congress president reappoints, this reappointment is with immediate effect as Sam Pitroda reinstated as the chairman of the Indian Overseas Congress. Now, if this isn't hypocrisy, then what is? Mr. L. Hanumantayya will be joining us, but Ishkaran Bhandari and this is the letter. Honorable Congress President has reappointed Sri Sam Pitroda as chairman of the Indian Overseas Congress with immediate effect June 26, 2024. And K.C. Venugopal, MP and General Secretary, that's his letterhead, 24 Akbar Road, and it is signed by Mr. K.C. Venugopal. Shazia Elmi, Ishkaran Bhandari, hua to hua.
Hua, but Anand, I want to ask you, I mean, you're okay with being considered, I mean, I have, African and me being English because I'm in the north. I mean, look at the understanding of this man, Sam Pitroda, who comes from a very politically correct country called US and lives there, actually thinks that people up north of India are actually, they look like whites. I mean, look how crazy, racist and insane and ludicrous it gets. Of course, Anand, I mean, you are from one of the African countries. Some of our friends from the northeast are all Chinese because, that's
as per
what
Mr. Pitroda.
Sam Pitroda thinks. And so I don't know, and yeah, exactly, and of course I mean it just, I don't know, and so it was just done for effect, and now the truth of the party is now coming out. Now they've managed the fake narrative work about khatakat, Sam Pitroda being thrown out for his racist, absolutely insane comments. I can't even call them sane by any measure. He's brought back. So the reality is out there. Now they're back. And the most hilarious thing is that on their 50th anniversary of emergency, all of them, what a coincidence and what irony did die many deaths, that Rahul Gandhi was flaying the constitution, and that was the day his grandmother had actually assailed and mangled and distorted the spirit of democracy and Indian constitution by having imposed emergency. So very rich indeed and extremely pathetic, and I do not know what else to say but condemn totally the reinstatement of Sam Pitroda, who displayed very poor taste in talking about Indians who look different, their diversity in terms of their looks.
No, he was the one. He was the one who said that all the Congress guarantees, all the Congress guarantees will be fulfilled by levying more taxes on the middle class. He was the one who said 84 ka riots hua to hua. At that time, he escaped censure, and then came the race conversation.
Correct.
And at that time, the party said, we do not endorse such comments, and we will immediately suspend him. And that's what they did. But the elections are over, the dust settles, Parliament convenes, and then it's all hua to hua. Yes, Ishkaran Bhandari.
Anand? Yes, Anand, this letter of reappointment is in effect an affidavit of admission that all that Mr. Sam Pitroda said, the Congress High Command stood behind it, was probably Congress High Command's plan, and that is why he's been reinstated. Because if it was not, if he was speaking outside the brief, any party would take disciplinary action. That time, under political pressure on the serious issues of taxing the middle class, I'm talking about, on various schemes which are frankly Venezuelan schemes, the Congress High Command took action. If he had spoken against the policy line, they wouldn't have reinstated him. The very fact they reinstated him, they understood how it had come back to haunt them, how the middle class was up, or how large section of society were up against those policies. But they are in effect their policies. And after this reappointment, I think every time a economic issue comes up, all the views of Mr. Sam Pitroda stand affirmed by this affidavit. Apart from the casual racism, I do not remember what I look like and what other panelists look like as per Mr. Sam Pitroda, because the racism was so casual, in a sense looking down upon Indians, which has been something which has always been accused. The entire debate of Lutyens, Lutyens zone, Lutyens media, Khan market, was when people did not associate themselves with Bharat. They did not understand the aspiration of Bharat. They did not understand the facial features, the skin tone of Bharat. That is why those terms came up. But it shows even in 2024, they don't understand Bharat. They find people of Bharat as aliens. They can only understand Bharat by relating them to Chinese or whites or Africa or etc. They have no conception of Bharat. That is the reason they have faced a third consecutive defeat. But now it cannot be laid to rest at only Mr. Sam Pitroda's door, whether it be his casual racism, whether it be his economic policy, whether it be his views on genocide in 1984, all of them by this letter of appointment is straight away sanctioned by the Congress High Command.
Mr. L. Hanumantayya, my question is, sir, by his reinstatement,
Yes.
does the Congress party agree with Mr. Sam Pitroda? Because when a Mr. Ramesh Biduri made his comments on the floor of the House, the BJP did not give him a ticket for the Lok Sabha 2024. That was a message that came from the BJP. The Congress party at that moment, in the heat of elections, suspends him with immediate effect, but then comes back and puts him and reanoints him with immediate effect. So does that mean that the Congress party agrees with Mr. Sam Pitroda? Was Mr. Jairam Ramesh being economical with the truth when he came out and said that the Congress party does not agree, or neither does it endorse the comments of Mr. Sam Pitroda?
No, Congress party has taken a correct decision of not agreeing with Sam Pitroda when it is wrong. That doesn't mean that he has to be put out of the party forever. If he corrects himself in making his statements and with the ideology of Congress, what is the problem taking
Has he
back
corrected
him
himself, sir?
into the party again?
Has he apologized?
He definitely.
I mean,
Where
No,
has he
no.
apologized?
Publicly, he might not have.
Sir?
No, publicly he might not have done it, but
No.
for the party
So-
he has said,
so-
my
so-
opinion is this.
Mr.
I mean,
Mr.
how can
But
you have
I go
somebody
with
like
the
that
party's
in
decision.
have somebody with those views in your party to start with? How can you tolerate somebody like that in your party to start with? Isn't it a huge insult?
See, that is
to
why,
all Indians?
madam,
I mean, do you insult
please
our
listen,
intelligence,
please listen,
our
that is the
dignity,
reason.
our self-respect by imposing this person there? Don't you insult yourself and your party? Don't you insult yourself? Forget other Indians.
No.
But don't you insult
No,
your
no,
own
please,
party
please,
and yourself?
please listen.
By having somebody like that in charge of Indian
Please
overseas?
listen.
I mean, isn't it it's very shameful?
Okay, let
No,
Mr.
no.
Hanumantayya
Madam,
respond.
please listen, please listen. No, let me complete my statement. See, whoever differs with the party's ideology, the action will be taken, the disciplinary action will be taken by the party. And if the party is convinced that his statement is wrong and we have taken a decision, and if he corrects himself, and he need not be in public, he need not apologize in public, but if the party is convinced that he is realized that what the mistake he has done and the stand on the ideology of the party
Why?
he has taken,
Why?
the party has
There's
taken
the-
him back.
What do you
That
mean
is
public?
all.
Public
That
doesn't
is-
matter.
that is all.
The public doesn't matter, sir.
No, public always
He
matters,
spoke
but not
about
in
the
all the
public.
cases.
The
See,
public
everything
doesn't
cannot
matter.
be put in public. You know
The
about.
public doesn't matter.
So,
everybody, every
so-
leader, whoever
No,
tells.
no.
I
So,
don't
yeah,
know.
so,
The
so,
party-
so, Mr.
the
L.
ideology is
Hanumantayya,
wrong.
Mr. L. Hanumantayya, let me ask you. Brajbhushan
Yes, tell
Sharan
me.
Singh, Brajbhushan Sharan
me.
Singh's
Please.
son had got nothing to do with what Mr. Brajbhushan
Yeah.
Sharan Singh did. But you were livid when he was
Yeah.
given a Lok Sabha ticket. Okay. So, Anand Hegde says
Yes,
something
Braj-
and you are
okay,
livid. How
okay.
dare he get a Lok Sabha ticket? Sam Pitroda says something and he's reinstated.
He did not
Arey,
get-
he may have said, apologized in private. That's all right. It's okay. So when the Congress party can do what it
Yes.
thinks is all right and it can get away with it, nobody should question the Congress party. But nobody else should do anything like
it
that.
is the party.
The Congress
See,
party has the only right to question somebody
Party-
else and decide for itself what it can do. Nobody else can say or do anything. So, sir, from 25th of June 1976 onwards till the 26th of June 2024, what's changed, sir, in the attitude of the Congress party?
No, you please listen. If somebody in the party has any difference with the ideology of the party, the disciplinary actions has been taken. There are many cases. Don't depend only on Pitroda. We have taken action on many people. And after that they have realized and the party is convinced, we have taken them back. And
Where
that
have they
doesn't mean
realized, sir?
that we
Is
have an
there a
agreement with
public
his
admission
opinion.
that what I said is wrong?
No,
Because
it is the
Mr.
party
Pitroda said,
leadership. It is
Mr.
the party
Pitroda
high
said,
command which has to
I
take
should
a
not
call
have
on
said
that.
what I said during elections. So did Mr. Manishankar Iyer. Correct me if I am wrong, Ishkaran Bhandari. Have you seen
Yes.
an open retraction
Yeah,
of
you
the
are right,
statement
you are
by
right.
Mr.
Manishankar Iyer also was taken.
No. They said we should not have said it
Anand,
during
2
elections.
points.
They didn't say that what they
2
said is wrong.
Yes.
Ishkaran, I'm subject to correction here.
Anand,
Did
not
Mr.
that only.
Pitroda say
It is-
what I have said
the
is wrong?
party is
I am sorry that I said what I said and I will never
the
say
party
something like
is
this again.
convinced-
Ishkaran Bhandari.
No, every
Anand, no,
everything
even a worse
need not
problem
be
than
need
that.
not come into
When
the public
Congress
and tell that
suspended
I have
him,
done a wrong
but
and I have
immediately,
done-
one
I have
second, it's a
different
question to me, sir.
ideology.
Sir, it's a
Everything
question to
cannot
me.
be
Can I
done in
please
public.
answer?
The party
Anand,
high
see the
command has to be
strategy.
convinced.
When
That has
what
been done.
Mr. Sam Pitroda said, and it was election time, they suspend him. Immediately after the election, they bring him back. That means was the voter being hoodwinked? That we don't agree with these views and we are suspending him. If you bring him
Exactly.
immediately back, it is not as if, as you have said, he's
Exactly.
apologized publicly, profusely, and had a time to repent. He was suspended 1 or 2 months ago. He is back in 2 months when it is again time for people to travel abroad, and he will be seen in every picture in every nation that Congress as a strategy goes abroad or does any event. So basically,
Can
you
I-
are hoodwinking the
can I
voters
give
of
one more
India
example
that
for what
somebody
other
who's done
parties are
casual
doing?
racism against you,
During the
we have
election, the
suspended, we
BSP
have
has
disassociated
suspended his-
ourselves with him.
Those
But the minute the election
those
is
whose
over,
roles,
you are relying
sir,
the public
sir,
memory is so
And now they have
short.
taken him
it
back.
makes no
those whose
difference
roles,
bringing him
sir,
back.
I'm just
tell me.
eyewitness accounts of those who have identified senior Congress leaders whose roles in the 84 massacre of Sikhs on the streets of Delhi is still under the radar of suspicion, were rewarded with key and plum posts, and they were even made chief ministers of states. Those who have turned around and said Chaurasi
none
hua to
other than
hua
the Prime
have been
Minister.
now reinstated as Indian Overseas Congress president, chiefs. They Indian Overseas chiefs.
Sir,
Those who turned
with
around
regard
and
to
made
the
such comments
emergency-
about racist comments have got their place plump position of pride soon after the election
no.
is over.
You
Then
please
is
get the
this not
clarification.
hoodwinking and
Please.
doing a certain level of an act of deceitful act, for the lack of a better word, with the voter, to try and say masquerade as somebody who's
it is-
very
it is
upright, but the
absolutely
moment
not.
the dust
It is
settles, the
absolutely
votes are
not,
in. Thank you very
because-
much. See you after 5 years, because next 5 years you will forget. How is this
no,
a
it is
different
not so.
mindset
You
from a
cannot
committed
interpret
bureaucracy,
like that.
committed
You cannot
committed
interpret
judiciary,
like that.
committed
See, listen,
judiciary?
with
How is it
regard to
different? How is
emergency,
it
with
different
regard to emergency, please listen to me.
call for a pliant media? How is this
Arey,
different from that
listen to
concept?
me.
Yeah, listening.
With regard to emergency, none other than the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has asked apology in the Parliament. What else you want? What else you want?
No,
And
sir.
is it
He did
not,
not
the
apologize with respect to
party's
emergency,
decision
sir.
or the party's
He
thing which-
regretted with respect to the 84 Sikh
Yes.
riots.
Yes.
The 84 Sikh
Inside
massacre.
The Parliament.
The
It is inside
84
the Parliament.
the
None other
84
than the
Sikh
Prime Minister of the
sir,
country
sir,
by the party.
84 Sikh massacre, sir. 84 Sikh massacre. Today, sir, in Parliament, your own alliance members did not join the Congress when they tried to outshout the speaker. The Indie alliance members themselves stood up and condemned the emergency, the imposition of emergency on Bharat. A blot on those who claim to be standing up for the Samvidhan by that very party, sir. That very party that changed altered the DNA of our country in November 1976 by inserting the word socialist in our preamble, and thereby trying to determine
Socialist
what
and
we should be
secular in the
as an
preamble,
economy, as a
thereby
nation which
saying
cannot
that the
evolve,
basic
which cannot
structure
grow
of
with the changing times.
Constitution. Not just that.
corrupting the core DNA of our country
Invoking
by inserting the word
Article
secular and
326.
socialist.
Please.
Sir,
Article-
that
Sir,
is what I am
that was
telling
the
you.
Congress
That is what I am
party.
telling
Is
you.
it the same Congress party
49
today
years
when
back,
it gets a
what has happened
reinstation of
during
Sam Pitroda?
emergency,
Is the question, sir.
That is not
Is
going
it the
to be
same?
true today.
Is it the same? Is
That
it the
those
same DNA
issues
of the
and those
Congress party today?
circumstances were
Sir,
not
that's the
true
question.
to
That's the
today.
question.
So
That's the question.
today is a different
That's the
Bharat,
question.
a different India.
If it is a different, if it is a different Bharat, sir, then this should not have happened.
You know,
If
people
this
of
is a
India
different,
have
if
been
this is a
lied
different leadership,
That we should know.
if this is a different
You cannot
Congress
just
party
equate
that
24
promises to
elections
uphold
and
the wishes of the Samvidhan
1974.
and the spirit of the Samvidhan, then they should come back and say that when 55
So do you
MPs of
think
the opposition
Samvidhan
of the
should not
Rajya
be
Sabha were in
referred
jail,
today?
then
So do you think
the
Samvidhan
altering
should
of the
not be referred
preamble should
today?
not have been undertaken on the floor of the House of Parliament. That should be redone, and there should be a debate and discourse and go back to the actual preamble of our constitution. If this is indeed a
the
different party,
opposition
if this
parties
is
were
indeed
doing
a
for the
different
last
party,
49
a
years,
person
what
who
they were
gets
doing?
away with making
Why
racist
it was
comments
not
about
taken when
Bharatiya
the Congress
should
party
never
was-
be
was
reinstated
not in
to a
power.
plum post in the party, sir, if this is a different party. That's my humble request as a Bharatiya, as a statement, sir. That's what I would like
No,
to
no,
say.
that is your
How can
opinion.
you,
I
as a
cannot agree
well-read
with it,
intellectual,
and
try and
it
sit
need not be
there and
agreed by
defend
everybody.
this action,
No,
sir?
no,
Thank
it
you.
need
Thank
not
you.
be
I have to
agreed by
wind up, sir. I
everybody.
have to
It
wind
is
up. I have to
just
wind
your
up.
opinion.
We leave it for the Janta to see.
Thank you.
What kind of guarantee this is. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, a short break. US report has shown how China is using discriminatory surveillance technologies to target Muslim minorities, Tibetans, and also is under the radar with respect to trafficking. Stay with us.